I am Nahid Kabbani, and this is the Lighthouse for today's viewers. Welcome to our show. Today, we celebrate Women's Day. We have in our studio a group of ladies like beautiful flowers, sending their wishes to you and to our First Lady, Michelle Obama, and our First Lady, Maria Shrivers. We have our ladies over here to introduce themselves and to introduce their stories to our viewers as ladies, to inspire them and let them think twice why they are sit home with nothing to do. Main issue, in my experience, reach out, go out and find out what's going on around you. If there is any event, if there is any seminar, if there is any training classes, go for it. Look around and find your needs, and you might find your goal or your new career. Let's welcome our ladies in our studio. Welcome, ladies, to our studio today.
Hello.
And we are happy to have you in this particular day as Women's Day. So we have in our studio our guests from different backgrounds and different businesses. They would like to share with you their successful stories to let you follow up with them. So let's start with our guest, Victoria.
Hi, I'm Victoria Diane, and I'm an image consultant. And I take women and men, I do both. I take women and men to a different level of not only just hair and makeup and wardrobe. We go into, I have fitness trainers, permanent makeup. We do self-development classes up in the Sierra foothills. We do retreats. There's all the way from if you want to do cosmetic makeup, if you want to do more evasive, we have plastic surgeons, body sculpting and face. I touch on physical fitness. I have physical fitness trainers that come to your home. And so we take care of kind of inside and out beauty. I've been in the beauty industry about 30 years, and I just love it. I love people, and that's what's driven me to start a business. I've just recently partnered up with David's Bridal, and so if there's any brides out there that want to go from A to B for the big day to look the best that they can look, you can contact me there at the Roseville store across from the Galleria. And any aspect that you can think of, it's amazing how many things there are out there that we touch upon as women, of our hair, our clothes, our wardrobe, how we appear. And we only get one chance to make a first impression, and that's what I want to help you do or conquer in my business, so I can turn you on to the best of the best that's in our area. There's a lot more to it, but if you find me over there, we'll talk.
That's wonderful business for women.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And it's like you like
and it's
it.
fun. It's very fun, and I love people, so that helps tremendously.
That's
because
wonderful.
I just want to help them do whatever they can to put their best foot forward.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you, Debi?
Oh, well, I am a salon owner. I work in Fair Oaks, California. I have basically I do permanent cosmetics. I've been in the business industry for over 30 years and done a lot of different things with that. I started out as a manicurist and ended up my career as in that field by going to Switzerland and teaching the Swiss girls in beauty schools how to do nails. So that was kind of the highlight of that part of my career. I then moved on to permanent cosmetics, and there's a lot of really rewarding parts of doing permanent cosmetics. One of the things that I do is areola restoration for cancer survivors, and that's one of the very gratifying things that I do after everything they've been through. Camouflage, scars, burn victims, cleft lip repair, that type of thing, as well as the vanity. You know, we all want to look our best. I think that even as a little girl, all I wanted to do was to make people pretty. And so that's kind of where my passion is. You can take 10 years off of somebody's face or make somebody sad look really happy. There's just so many things that you can do with permanent makeup. I basically was working out of other people's salons for the first few years of that part of my career. And my son actually wanted to get into the business. At that time, he was only 21, now 30. And so I trained him, and we opened a salon. So we have a full service salon in Fair Oaks. And my biggest probably excitement that I bring to the table is anti-aging. You know, I'm reaching that ripe old age, and I'm thinking I don't want to do the invasive things. So a natural approach to anti-aging, call myself the anti-aging expert. And so that's what I'm bringing to the table now, a focus on that as well as the permanent cosmetics.
That's great.
Yes.
You can tell that we started with the beauty to cheer you up. Now we can talk about health issues maybe. What about you, Carol?
Hi, I'm Carol Sears, and I actually have a business with a natural health product called Stem Tech. And it's a product that stimulates your stem cells, your own stem cells, to go out and repair damage that aging causes from the inside. I also train people how to build a business from home. When I started, I was a single parent recovering from a devastating illness. I needed something that I could do from home. Now, I'm a retired nurse, and this is a business that I was able to build from home, and I was able to learn how to go out and become a motivational speaker. I teach people how to do the natural approaches to their health, how to build their reserves from inside and find that power that we women know that women are extraordinarily powerful. And I like to help bring that out so that you can go out into the world and become what you really want to become.
What a great motto and a great encouragement to all women out there. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for introducing yourself to all of us. And hello.
Hello.
Will you introduce yourself for us?
Of course. I'm Alia Ammari. I came from Jordan. Me and my husband, we got married back home, and we came over to Los Angeles. And we stayed there for a while. We tried to look for a business. It was hard for us because the language, because of everything was so hard. Different culture, different things, you know. But we'll go on for almost a year. Then we didn't get lucky to find a good business there, even though I have a 2 years college of secretary. I used to work in the airline, Jordanian airline. My husband, he have a master degree agriculture engineer, but we couldn't find a business there because, or work even, because of our language. You have to do, you know, all over again, study. It was hard. Then we moved to San Francisco. We find a good business, which is a food business. it was even harder for me because when I start, I didn't even know what kind of bread is this. Dark rye. I was looking at the customer stunned. What you want? He just point to me what he wants and everything. It was hard in the beginning, but we have to do it because we want to. You know, we have to go on in this life. If you don't do it, nobody can do it for you.
That's right.
You have to go and struggle and do it. So we did it. We put our work hard in, you know, time. We used to work like 7 days a week, every single day. But we made it. And finally we came to Sacramento, me and my husband. We, after we sold our food business, you know. We bought stores also. We was working hard. We're still working hard. We manage stores. I manage some other stores too. So all kind of business I do, you know, and still going. I have 3 boys, lots of work, you know, but hopefully we can make it more and more. That's why we're there. I can't just sit home, do nothing. I'm kind of person, go, you know? That's how it is, yeah.
So that's a wonderful experience. I guess Middle Eastern, when they come over, they struggle a little bit with the language and how to find their way first, but you make it.
I make it, but right now I'm managing my own shopping center with all the tenants, all the work, all the things, you know, we do for them. So I'm managing those places. So we make it so far, thanks God for that. And we're still going.
That's wonderful. I hope ladies will learn something from your experience. What about you, Miss Mary?
I'm Mary Farr. Also came to the U.S. When I was in my early 20s with a child. And again, like Alia, we struggle as a Middle Eastern woman. You leave the comfort of your home, your family, extended families, and your very knit family, and in your culture, and you come to a whole different culture where you have to become independent, and you don't have the support of your family. So immediately I thought, okay, Mary, you need to become independent. And it wasn't hard, it wasn't easy. But what I did is I found a job immediately as I worked for the courthouse, and went to school in part-time. It took me a long time to finish what I started, and I always wanted to study something in science and environment. So it took me about 10 years to finish 2 bachelor degree in business and environmental studies. And I never quit because my passion was higher learning and going to college, always been my passion. So I went to Sac State and finished my master's in public policy and administration. And right now I work as a air pollution specialist at the California Air Resources Board. And very, very happy to work in that field to help others. And even though I don't help people, I help through making the environment a better place for every person to breathe better air. And that's what I do, and I'm very proud of where I am and proud of the agency.
That's wonderful. That means you learn the system too. Yes. You become American and you learn the system and you work with the state now.
I have to stand up for myself because Mom and Dad is not there anymore as a Middle Eastern, and you know that as a Middle Eastern woman, you depend more on your family and your extended family. I don't have that here, so I have to stand up for myself. I have to do things for me and my family, and I have 2 kids. While going to school and working full time and having 2 kids, so I was a mother, a working person, a student, to be where I am now. And I'm very proud of who I am becoming.
You did wonderful. Also, it's not easy to adopt the freedom for the woman in this country. It's great, but to adopt it and live with it, it is really struggle for Middle Eastern.
Yeah. But one thing I have to say, that this country provides you with a lot of opportunities. So I was going at night, I was working all day, and then going to school at night. So I'm very grateful.
That's great story. What about you, Anne?
I'm Nan. Actually, I'm from Thailand. I'm here for 4 years. You know that I just start with what I have done in Thailand. I have 2 bachelor degrees. You know, one is financing and accounting. The second that is, you know, that I have master degree. Also that, you know, in business management. All my have done is doing like accounting. I was accounting manager for the power plant, which generate electricity. That one is like I take care of 3 power plants for 7 years. But before that, I was a business manager for the school, and I feel like I got tired to be, you know, employees, and I tried to start with my own business. I do export general company. I start that with you know, silver and Thai silk. You know, I have been with that for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. And then I really opened my way, you know, something new. You know, try to learn. Yeah, that, you know, I'm trying to go like China to find, you know, the good, you know, what the best to do. And finally that I got here, okay, we start to like apartment. Actually, my husband have done that, you know, but continue helping him. He do apartment for rent in Lighthouse condo here. And other side of, you know, I want to do my own also, you know. I went to study to take a CPA exam. I want to be auditor here. And I tried to take time with that. I feel like it's not fun at all. You know, it's like I go back to like what I have done for 15 years. I feel like that way. And I always looking for, you know, how I can do something at global market. You know, not only the state. And then, you know, you're gonna see like Walmart, Target, they try to make many branches to make more money. It's the same thing if we're talking about to make money. We need more clients. And how to create volume about that. That's the main thing. And then I found out that, you know, my brother have done this business. Actually, this produced in Utah. That's called Agile Enterprise. That's a great product. And then also now it's in market for 4 years. Been to Thailand 2 years, and excellent. That I found this, I use it product. I haven't never interested to do network marketing. You know, it's some kind of business. We can do e-commerce. I would like to say it's like auto runs. It's already have the system to back up. We just do marketing. You know, maybe get an idea for any network marketing. I'm so glad that people who understand what network marketing, you know, we can look at like small thing, but you can think it's a big market, you know. And I would thank you that, you know, I'm here also. Thank you that, you know, you invite me here today.
You're welcome.
And I think this, you know, is good to tell people and what is the best things to do, you know. And if you want to grow business, it's good to give more than to get.
Yes.
That's what I think.
That's the main issue.
Okay.
We would love
That's
to have you some other time to explain what you did.
Yes.
It's something new and you started yourself.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
entrepreneur.
Mhm.
It's really great to have this story. Thank you for that.
Thank
What
you.
about you, Serena?
Me?
Yes.
Wow.
Young generation. What are you looking for? What are you doing now? And let us know.
Well, I am Serena Kallas, and I am the first generation here in the States from my whole family. They're from Lebanon, and being in a different culture, and then also being in the American culture as well. So I'm getting 2 different backgrounds here in American culture as well. So I'm getting 2 different backgrounds here and seeing the different perspectives. It's a very interesting place for me to be in. And I'm so fortunate to be able to even sit here and talk to you all about my different perspectives from being raised in two different cultures. And I just graduated from Sac State with my bachelor's degree in business finance and then my bachelor's degree also in risk management and insurance. And I absolutely loved school. I'm the first one to finish with my bachelor's degree in my immediate family, so it's a big deal for me. And it's an exciting journey. But my end goal is to become a corporate attorney and to hopefully one day own my own firm. I also am really, really interested in insurance. I like insurance and I like the business and I like helping people because that's what insurance does, is it helps people get by, and so does a corporate attorney as well, but it's on a different note. And that is my life in a nutshell, pretty much. I was born and raised in the restaurant business. My parents always owned restaurants, and I would see their struggle, like working so hard, 7 days and 7 nights just to get by, because being from Lebanon, and then they came here really with no help from their families as well, just like a lot of you here today too. So it's a struggle that not a lot of people see. And I've been fortunate enough to see that struggle and to learn from it. And it just proved to me through their life that with hard work, you can accomplish anything. So I really, really appreciate everything that they taught me and what I was able to learn working in a restaurant environment, talking to all different types of people. So I feel very blessed to have the family that I have, so I can be here. And that's basically me, Serena Kallas. Exciting.
Thank you, Serena.
Thank you,
That experience, we got that and we use her knowledge too. She is the co-host with our show. So
You're
that's
talking
a
about-
benefit for my show too. But today she is with you as guest.
When she's talking about her family,
Yes,
the restaurant, I know exactly what she's saying.
I could relate as well.
I know exactly
Really,
what you mean.
really, there is a lot of stories to tell and or to make comments of, but we'll be back soon.
You're watching The Lighthouse for today's viewers, brought to you by oneworldforyou.org.
Our ladies were sharing their stories. Now we can ask some question or have more information. There is a lot to hear from them. Let's ask Debi, what you have about the aging, anti-aging. We all getting older. Be careful, okay?
Well, I recently, about a little over a year ago, started marketing products from, it's basically a new class of anti-aging that's targeting the sources of aging instead of just lines and wrinkles, how we're, everyone's trying to just capture them after the fact. This company actually has 80 full-time PhD scientists that work on nothing but anti-aging. And so I'm marketing products, 2 products basically, one called AgeLock and one Ethicin, that Ethicin rebuilds your elastin to that of 20-year-old levels, and AgeLock is driven into the skin and can stop the aging in the cell. And there's nothing ever been like this. I mean, it's so exciting because as an esthetician, if you can't prove the science to me, I am not interested at all. And especially in network marketing. I mean, I was just like, no way, when somebody approached me on network marketing. But I went to the company, I proved to myself that the science was real. And in the last year, I found out the money was real. And so now I'm able to not only make people look younger, feel more beautiful, but I'm also able to show them a way to make money, because everyone has their dreams, and in this kind of economy, it's huge. People have lost their dreams. People have nowhere to turn, and people are, losing everything they've had. And this is a way that I have found to not only make them more beautiful, but to also afford them the freedom of money freedom and freedom of time. And it's fun. I mean, I have had the most fun doing this because there's nothing like making a woman feel beautiful.
Yes.
Nothing like it, because you know, we all have, it's more than vanity. It's not just vanity.
It's like self-confidence. It's a
It is.
self-confidence
Correct.
booster. And I think that people, when they're self-confident in themselves, they feel better about everything that they're doing, and they feel more like anything is possible for them when they have self-confidence. And that's something that's so important for women especially. You know, and I think in your line of business as well, what you do really does boost people's confidence levels, so then they can go out there and have that courage to do
Finding new
things.
jobs. We have to, with the economy now, we have to really put our, best foot forward and be the best we can be to be hired. You know, so as women, we want to look our best. We want to feel our best, and that's why even I have a great life coach. Sometimes you can look terrific, but if up here is not happy or content or whatever, we need to get rid of those bad behaviors that we've created throughout years of, growing older. That takes care of all that. Bioidentical hormones, replacement for men and women is huge, is very important to keep your bodies active and fit. And we have the memory, keeping your body fit. The memory of being a child is there. It's like we run and play, and we were fit when we were little. Well, we can be fit now. The memory is still there. We just have to find it and jar it. And if it's through nutritional food, exercise, all the above, it really helps people energize themselves to get out there and go. And because right now it is hard on people. People are losing their homes, and so now the wives do need to go to work, and it's best to be out there on your best. So that's fun to help people achieve those, goals.
That's what that was. Debi, you train also the makeup and
I
hair?
do.
You give courses for?
I give courses for permanent cosmetics. It's a definite growing industry. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Again, every day going to work and making people feel better about themselves, feel more beautiful, feel and look. I mean, because you can make someone not only just feel happy and confident about themselves, but you can also make them look younger. And that confidence that it gives you is, I mean, what a great job to go every day and just make people happy. You couldn't ask for a better job. So now I teach people for about the last 10 years. When I started my salon with my son, I taught him how to do permanent makeup, and he's phenomenal at doing it. And I have lots and lots of successful students that I've trained.
Have you certified them? And they
Yes,
work
I
after
certified.
do you
that?
certify?
That's
I certify them.
wonderful.
It's a 100-hour course,
Oh,
and then I'm there for mentoring and ongoing training, and you kind of become their mom. And
Take them under your wing.
yes,
It's a job opportunity too for
Uh-huh.
ladies. That's
it's a
good.
great opportunity.
That's
that's a good idea.
good to know at least.
Thank you.
What about Carol? Do you have anything for
I think
training or something?
I would like to put a footnote on what Debbie just said. When women get into business, we tend to look at business differently than men. We are more the nurturers by nature, and we tend to look at things that offer us an opportunity to support other people, to help other people, whether it's because we're doing their image or whether it's because we're helping them anti-age. I mean, all of us are secretly concerned about that.
Or not so secret.
Or not so secret. But we really like to do things that are service-oriented. I cannot do a business that did not help other people. That's just not who I am. So I think that when someone is sitting at home and wondering what they should do with their lives, I personally could not sit back and take welfare. I needed to support my kids because not only do I have a certain pride in that, but I need to teach my kids that that's what you do. You support yourself. And my daughter, for example, one time boarded an airplane and went to Cabo San Lucas on a lark. She and her girlfriends had 4 days of play. And when they headed back to the airport, she says, "See ya." And they're going, "But wait." And she says, "You know what? I've never been unemployed more than 10 minutes in my life. I think I can do this." And she stayed there for 8 years and did phenomenally well. So I did a good job in that. But I think that we need to look at what drives us. What's our passion? And that's what I like to do, is help people find what their passion is. I really enjoy my network marketing. I know it's an ugly word out there for a lot of people, but it's because people don't understand what that really is. It is networking. It's being with other people that have like minds.
That
And
tells us
Everything is networking.
It
Yeah.
is
In the whole
everything.
world.
And it helps
Everything.
everybody.
that tells us also the woman, educated woman, and know what she is doing. She raised her kids the way she is acting. So we will have new generation have the ability to do better. So when woman is taking care of herself, that means the society will benefit also, not just
That's right.
herself.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Alia have the same point about welfare and things, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course. You know what? Just being in United States, when you come in, you don't know anything. That is, you can't just sit down and do nothing. If you have a dream, you have to follow that dream. You have to do good. You have to keep going. You can't just sit home, do nothing, pray, or somebody come and help you. No. You gotta go, you gotta do something, you gotta follow up your kids, your home, your work, your business, everything, I think. And like she said, I never been off work even, just recently, I'm taking care of my businesses, but I can't just sit home, do nothing. Never been on welfare, never, nothing.
There's too many opportunities.
Right.
Exactly, there's so many things you can do out there. I went to school for medical terminology for a while. I have in my mind, if I want to do something, I have to do right or I don't do it.
That's wonderful.
And
Which actually shows, God bless America.
Yes.
exactly,
Yeah.
Look at the opportunity.
it's the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
exactly.
what? The point is, what Alia explained, she came from Middle East. Not every family came from the Middle East will look at the opportunities the same way.
Right.
Some people get shocked and
Yeah.
get hyped themselves
Yes.
because what they will learn, this or this or this, there's a lot to learn to do better. So they prefer to not learn and sit home and cry or welfare.
It's always a choice.
So this is
Really, it was.
the negative thing, because to adjust, you need a hand to take you around. You cannot adjust from that. None of the above in Middle East. No opportunities, no freedom, no woman working, no, nothing the same like here.
yeah.
So when she comes and finds all those opportunities, she got lost.
Really,
Some
when I
people
used to
fight for that and go for it like Alia.
When
and
I
like
used to
Mary.
leave my house and go talk to people or do something with people, I was scared when I leave my house, but I tried to be strong in front of them, especially with the language in the beginning. Really hard. But now here we are, we learn and
Believe me, language is the barrier. Whatever we can do, we feel
I know
short
we
of
have
this
to do
matter.
it.
Us.
Exactly.
But see, that's a personal testament to your strength.
Oh,
Absolutely.
exactly.
That
Yeah.
I don't know that I would be as able to do it as you have. It's
Oh.
wonderful that you stepped out and you learned.
And it sounds like all three of us, that's what we do too, is handheld people to help
Yes.
them
Exactly.
go out
Yes.
there and be and be
So you
able
can
when
to
you come
You
by
can
yourself
tell
and
the,
there's no
the
family,
experience of the
nobody.
real Native American ladies, the experience and the fast forward and doing things high quality and with passion and trust themselves. And the other side, they came from different world. Now I guess with the discussion we can tell that we need for this part of ladies, they need the training centers, they need hands to take them to adjust, to do something.
Yeah.
Then they can look around and find out what they want.
Help them to be
Yes.
have the inner
To be
strength
American
to come out
first.
of it.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
right.
what is
Especially if you
America
come to
offer.
United States and
Right.
there is
Offer.
no relative,
Right.
no mom, no dad, nobody but yourself. That's a scary part. You don't know where you're going, what you're doing, you know?
And what Nadia
That would
brought
be
up
scary.
a great point is many of us, I'm talking about the women who come to the U.S. and with the culture shock, they just don't know what to do and they stay home and not getting engaged or involved in with other people. And what happens, they stay like they came 20 years ago, and it's also another shock when they go back for a visit. They find that the people of their original country has changed, and they haven't. It's like they froze for 20 years, and that's something I refuse to do. And I just have to also say that I'm blessed with a husband who has helped me, even though he's a Middle Eastern man. He helped me quite a bit to be who I am now today, and I raised also, as much as I was very determined, I raised determined kids. Never to lose hope and to be out there and fighting to become who they want to become. My daughter studied architecture in Cal Poly, and my son also is finished AA, but he's still going to school because important to us is for the whole family is education. Because I always taught my kids a piece of paper that whatever happens to you, with an economy like this, you may lose everything, but what you don't lose is that piece of paper.
Exactly.
That you can start again.
You can start again at any time. Never too late.
And teaching them self-worth.
Never
self-worth.
Yeah, this is behind the scenes struggle. We don't see it. That's why sometimes we see
you just see
the
the out
behind.
there.
Why
you
they
don't
are
know
behind.
what's in
There is
it.
culture shock.
Education
There is
is.
a
I
lot
have
of
a famous quote that I like to say all the time. It's readers are leaders.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
there's
true.
no substitute for education. So
No substitute.
Yeah.
What
And
about your
that-
experience?
Yeah, and since I have seen here, I have so many problems, complain about government that I have heard. They're sitting in a coffee shop, complain about government. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I just want to walk to that table. You have to think what you do. Not complain to, something around you. Sometimes I want to ask you have to ask yourself. You have anything to back up yourself? Like not. It's gonna be depend on government. They want to get a welfare or whatever. That is the main thing that to help support your family or life. I like to say they need to create their own things, make it happen. It's not like depend on what government do. I'm very proud with people who can do their own business, and you think how many people can do that? It costs a lot of money. And then I don't want to get back to network marketing again. That's an amazing thing. I never interested in this. I think to be a business owner, I'm so proud. But it's when you get started, and I don't think that when I'm employees, I never think that I can help other people to get a job. I can help other people around, to increase salary. And my boss, my owner, never taught me how to make PowerPoint, and how to be rich in that business, and nothing else. But since you in network marketing, they tell you how to be success. That's something pretty lovely. I think it's a good thing to learn to see. And
free training.
Yeah, it's free, and then they teach you everything. Teach how to be success. But if your employees, big boss, CEO never teach you, right? Okay, how to be CEO? No. No, never.
They're never teaching you that.
No.
But I also think there's maybe different types of people, though. I think a person that's an entrepreneur and starts their own business, they have something inside of them that's just calling out for a business, or they have that inner passion. And people that have that inner passion and act on it, they're like you. They become entrepreneurs. And even with the language struggle, that is fantastic that you've been able to start and follow your passion and having your own business like that.
Yeah.
And listening to your inner
It's going to
inner
be
call.
very rewarding for you,
Yeah.
you know, as a woman to
because it
accomplish all
seems,
this.
you know, I want to get back a little for my business, you know. You can check on my website, www.agelusa.com. That's a great product, you know. It's for, you know, that everyone that who can try that. Yeah.
It's not easy to leave your comfort zone, in your case, leaving what you've been trained to do and then doing something different. To me, that takes a lot of courage. That's awesome.
She has the passion and she loves to do
awesome.
that.
Right.
That's the meaning of the
Passion
leadership
is
or
everything in life.
Yeah,
Passion
not
and
everybody
drive.
can do.
Drives you to do what you
But
want.
if there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
And you can push yourself, you can think about successful people, not failure people. Because when you think about failure, you will not go further.
You always have to
Successful
take a
people
good
will
example.
let you feel, okay, I can copy, I can
Right.
try, but not to say I cannot, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Of course. There's another way too of looking at when you're experiencing fear. You're experiencing fear in your middle. If you just change that word to excitement, then it moves up and out. So instead of being afraid, you can use those same feelings and remember what it feels like to be excited. And if you can develop an excitement about finding something that expresses your passion, and you can't help but be successful.
That just made me think of something too that somebody shared with me one time, and they said, because sometimes you're around friends, and if your friends are ending up being negative, you know, you kind of want to cover up your center part of you because you don't want to take in that negativity. You want to share your enthusiasm with them so that they want to do things and find their inner, you know, wants and needs. And so that just reminded me of that. I just thought I'd share that. As she said, well, just cover up your center and then refocus them. You know, because it's hard, and I understand why they get depressed or whatever it is, but you can come out of it, and then once you do figure out what you are, what you want to be, then start working towards goals of doing that. You know, take charge of your own life, make those choices, and then that's what I did. Then it's like, oh well, this is great, and I like the word passion because we care about other people. We want to help them achieve the same goals, or not the same goals, but the goals that they are looking to achieve. And so that makes it really exciting because it's giving back. It's a payback. You know?
Pay it forward.
That's when you feel sorry for yourself. It really takes the best out of you.
Right. It's
So,
damaging.
yeah.
It's so
damaging.
damaging.
And I understand people. We all go through
Yeah.
that time. But don't let it
Right.
take the best out of you.
There was an exercise that I learned some time back that I think is fascinating. If you write down the word reactive, reacting to things that affect you like that, write that word down. Then take the C out of it and move it to the front of the word. You get creative.
I love that
So
word.
if you write that down and you look at it, you understand it's all how you see things. It's just a different perspective.
You know, I have a really good saying that just my mother told me when I was little, and it's kind of been my motto, and I think it's really good for women, is it's good, better, best, never let it rest, till the good is better and the better is best.
I love that.
That's
nice.
nice.
And that's something to always, you know, be able to build yourself up, you know. Like how good you need to be, you just keep on going. 'Cause you're either growing or you're decaying, right?
It's all you have to do in the beginning when you start thinking, you know, what you want to do in life. If you have a dream, no problem. Like Martin Luther King, I have a dream.
Yeah.
No one will
Follow
have a
your
problem.
feet.
I have a dream
Yeah.
too.
Yes,
They do come true.
they do come
Yes.
true. You have
They
to
do.
work for it.
Mhm.
It's not gonna come to you.
In fact, this is the beauty of America. You don't
Exactly.
feel it in other countries.
Yes.
No freedom, no opportunities like this.
Not
The
like
sky
here.
is the limit. What stop you is yourself. If you don't
Absolutely.
push it, if you don't go for it, if you
Yes.
don't educate yourself to fit in this or that, you will not make it. But it is open for you. Nothing will stop you except you.
Right.
And this is what we cannot think.
Everybody.
We cannot take it like a great food. You cannot eat it all fast or something.
Right.
Absorb it. So it is a great opportunity to be in America and to have all these things.
Yeah.
And
You
we
get
have to
out of the
benefit
way.
of that.
And that's an
But,
American one.
yeah.
I have to say that opportunities like this are really exciting to me because it reminds me of how easy it is to take for granted what I've
Mhm.
grown up with.
Right.
Yes.
It is very easy
Yes.
to take that for
Yes.
granted. And how powerful it is to be sitting with women that have stepped outside your cultural box to make a success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the land of opportunity, that's all, you know.
And it's important to immerse yourself in other cultures. You can't
Yes.
just sit there and just,
Yes.
be it. This is my culture. This is what. No, just go out and learn about other people. That's the beauty about other cultures is you learn.
And it's so hard, you know, for our kids.
Right.
Our kids, you try to raise them like your culture, okay? But there is a school, there is babysitter, there is thousands of hands. They pull them in one, and me and my husband, we pull from the other.
Yeah.
We can do so much. You just have to do the best of it, you know?
Even though everybody comes together from different cultures, I think if everybody, their goal is to teach our children and for ourselves too, to be a force for good in the world.
Exactly,
The whole
that's
world,
all,
you know, how
yes.
can we
Right.
do
Yeah.
something
Yes.
No
that's
separation.
not to just
No
this world,
divide.
but to
Yes.
all of our world.
Yes.
But also women everywhere as women have the same duty, have the same needs,
Yes.
have the same struggle also. Not,
Yeah, that's really
not
a
really
realization.
because of American people different than the other
Yeah.
And I think
side of the war.
that's what really drew me to you when you first discussed the idea of what you wanted to do, what your projects are, that you really wanted to draw all people together.
Yes, because
Yes.
our news will not
Everybody's
make money.
culture,
That
yes.
means the real mainstream media will not take us or will not care about us. We don't make money for them. But we have to help each other and listen to each other
Right.
to experience and benefit from each other. So that's why I like to create that show, and also because I miss the media for my community too. As Alia and Mary described, the Middle Eastern women, how they sit at home, scary sometimes, but also they have the TV on Arabic language. Even English, they don't listen to the news or any talk in English. That means they froze themselves totally.
Yeah.
And their mind will not go out of the box to think that I live here. My son goes to school.
I need
What
to
he
do
does
something,
here.
Yes.
I don't know. How can I know if I don't care about language?
Yeah.
To learn teach myself the language, how to say hello to you, or go to buy something, speak in English. So this is another struggle.
Right.
So it is really something I felt since I came to America, 20 years, I talk about the same subject, media for Arab community to adjust, to hear about other things, to direct them through media. Media is a powerful thing.
Exactly.
So thank God I found public access, and I pushed myself to do my best with the things what I have available. Even nothing business, nothing for money, but also share experience, help other ladies, help the community, direct service, tell people what to do. This is a great feeling for me, happy feeling that I'm doing something at least back to the community, and I'm filling my time, especially when you retire. Okay, there is good things to do. We like to give from the beginning. We give the birth, we take care of the kids, so we like to give for communities too.
Yes.
So I really enjoy this show and my guests, and it was really hard work for our producer, but it was enjoyable show, and I would like to do it some other time.
We are so
Thank you.
glad to
Thank
have
you.
you.
By herself, did something change American positive things? As black woman, she was in the bus. Usually they don't sit in the front, they sit in the back. Some days she refused. And it happened that Bill Clinton, our former president, he was in the bus at that day, and he was attorney, not president at that time. He helped her to not go, to not leave her seat. From that point, she refused, and she sat, and they fight her, but she refused, and she sat, and she did make it happen. And they changed the whole history for black in America as one woman. So even one woman can do a lot.
Can make the difference.
Can make the difference. So please think positive, reach out, and find your niche. Find what you like to do, and put some hard work in it, and you will be successful like our ladies. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.